What's up, guys? It's the Resale Brothers here, aka the seven-figure resellers, as we've dubbed ourselves, coming at you again from the warehouse. Did eBay ghost us this week? We don't know what's going on. Sales are a little bit down, so we're going to go over some of the sales and talk about it with you.
All right, guys, a quick run through the numbers of this last week in sales for us. $8,949 on eBay, around $1,300 on Poshmark, and a measly $183 on Mercari for around $10,431. This is a really slow week for us, so we're going to get into the theme of this video. Has eBay ghosted us? Is the sky falling? What's going on with our sales? We'll get into what sold and show you guys
And
exactly.
yes, Christian is wearing my shirt.
We'll get in,
Everybody was thinking it.
We'll get into the sales and show you what actually sold during this $10,000 week.
Item number one in the ghosted mess that was last week, or this week. Which is it?
This
week?
is last week.
Oh, okay. This is a Bonobos blazer that was new without tags. It sold for, I believe, like $105, so not bad for something that is new without tags. These Bonobos blazers, we had a few of them. Some sold really quick and some kind of took a little bit. So this is on the took a little bit longer side, but still.
And you want to make sure you're getting all your measurements when you list these jackets. We got the shoulder measurements, we got the back measurements, we got the chest, the hip measurement. So it's really important for your measurements on suits and blazers. And this is one of those videos you guys can kind of listen to in the background, or you can watch it. Obviously, you can watch it, but you can listen to it in the background and kind of just get some of these brand names in your head. Maybe while you're working or something like that. We kind of what sold videos, stuff like this. Always good to kind of just try to retain that information. Next is a Lacoste V-neck sweater. It was new with tags, but we didn't pay a lot of money for it. I think we paid around $10 to $15 for this, and it sold for, I believe, $64, and it sold really quickly at that price. It was wool. Would have been better if it was cashmere, obviously, but Lacoste, wool, cashmere, higher-end materials like linen always do well for us, and the knit stuff in particular seems to sell really well.
Ultra, this is a shoe brand that, I mean, I think pretty
Our
much.
mom is obsessed with.
Yeah, that's true. I think most people
She's got
know
like
about
12 pairs.
Ultra now, but some people don't. And it's a running shoe, pretty comparable to like Hoka and Brooks.
Wider toes.
Yeah, these ones sold for, I believe, $65-ish dollars. They're kind of like trail running shoes. They got the really big, almost spikes on them on the bottom.
Got the Vibrum's always a good sign. If you see Vibram,
yeah,
it's a real good sign.
So yeah, sold well, sold fast too. We didn't have these very long.
I think they literally sold in one day.
It was
less than a day. I listed them, pushed them to the platform, and bam, sold same day.
Wow.
Next is an Alex Crane shirt. This is a brand that we don't find very often. Actually, I had to look it up because I hadn't found it in so long. I think we've sold it before, but when I was shopping, I saw it and I was like, that looks so familiar, but couldn't quite remember. But it's actually a really good brand. This sold for $66, and it sold within a week. It was denim, which obviously denim's a really popular style right now. So if you see any major brand and it's a denim style, it's going to be a pickup because denim is hot.
But it was really easy to find. I listed it.
Literally hot.
Like, and it was...
sorry.
It was, for something that's more expensive, higher end brands, looking up the style, because one, they don't have as many like different styles in general, but so we can Google Lens this, found out that it was the kite denim jacket pretty easily, and they even had chore jacket in there, so in their title and their description, so it was really easy to find out what it was, and I think being very specific with something that's more high end is good for the listing. So.
And a little bit of a tip, if you're listing a brand that sells men's and women's clothes, if you're a newer reseller, this will help you. The men's buttons are almost always on the right side. We've heard people say that men are always right as a way to remember that. Not saying that's what we say, but it's a good way to remember that the men's buttons are always on the right side. So if it's a brand, men's and women's, just check what side the buttons are on.
The buttons are on the right and they come to the left.
Yes. Yeah. So where they're actually like embedded in the shirt is on the right.
Next is a Jay Lindbergh.
This is me, right? Or wait.
No, it's not.
Oh, it is you. Sorry.
Jay Lindbergh is a golf brand. This was pretty much had everything going against it that you could go against it for a good brand like this. It was a women's, which isn't necessarily horrible for golf, but men's stuff sells better. It was a
Small
size
size.
small
Yes.
size, also not good. So
But new tags.
still new, so that
Yes,
helped it out a
a
lot.
lot.
I think it sold for the mid 60s, low 60s, mid 60s.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, and it did sell decently fast too. So this brand was able to actually pretty quickly, about a month. This brand was able to carry through all those negatives for golf.
I cannot figure out this brand. Some stuff like I would think sells fast and it just doesn't. Maybe the golf. You think the golf stuff is better in this brand?
I think they're all golf stuff.
Well, we've sold a ski jacket that was this brand before, and it
Oh.
took forever to sell, but we sold it for like $200, so maybe that
More
was
known for their golf stuff.
Yeah.
It's thunder in here.
Okay, next is a bundle. This is an example of why we like to be a volume seller, why we think that's a good way to have a full-time income. If you have a bigger inventory, you sell more stuff, obviously you have more opportunities to make money instead of kind of nitpicking what you buy. This is a big bundle order of Nike, so you have several Nike polos.
Oakley,
you have
Under Armour. Yep.
You have an Under Armour polo. Did you say Oakley?
Yep.
Oakley, Nike, Under Armour, all that good stuff. Very common everyday brands. And I think we sold, what, five or six in this bundle, and it sold for $55 with shipping. It was $66.99. So just an example.
But if you look at them, we paid $1. That one was the Oakley was probably $3 to $4. The Nike,
Another
$1,
$2,
$2. So
Yeah.
some of them, I think some of them had a couple issues, a couple stains.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones were we just took the offer because the guy was buying a lot. So.
Like, even if you're like a vintage, say you're a vintage seller, like that's what you love, but you're at the bins all day long. If you just pick up these golf polos in good condition and flip them quick, or just like obviously do a big bulk order like this, it can really help maintain your income and help you to do this full time instead of as a hobby.
Diesel jeans.
Larky.
Men's Diesel does well for us. It's the Larky. That's one good thing about Diesel.
So easy, yeah.
They always have the style name in it. And and if it's a button fly, make sure you put button fly, because a lot of people don't like button flies, and if they are button fly, they get mad and want to return it and stuff.
People don't like button flies?
Yeah, these were about mid 50s again, 58 I think, and it sold very quickly again, about a month.
All right, what do we got next? Taylor Stitch. Now this, I actually listed this. When listing it, I thought it would sell for more because it's new with tags, but I checked the comps, and I didn't want to get greedy, so I listed it for what the comps were selling for, and it sold really quickly at $57. Maybe I should have listed it for a little bit more, but I think this shirt's only like $98 new. So there's only so much room you have to work with, even if it's a great brand, even if it's new with tags. If it only retails for $98 new, you can't expect to get $98.
And it depends on what it is. So if it was $98 and it was like a cashmere sweater or something that's higher end, you can get way closer to that $98.
Yeah, see,
this
98.
was just,
I was right. Look at that.
This is just a cotton short sleeve button down, so it's not a substantial piece. And
can we take time
just cotton
to admire how good my memory is? Because I literally guessed 98 and it was right on the money.
Wow.
Dang. Sorry, I just had to pat myself on the back because Tony never does. Ooh, another bundle.
It's my turn. This is one of our secret weapon brands. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it's raining.
They can't.
This is one of our secret weapon brands that we sell a lot of that nobody would think. Croft and Borrow shorts. They are cargo shorts, outdoor style kind of, and they one was new and one was used. The new sold for $24.70, and the used sold for $23.75. So it wasn't even that big of a price difference. Maybe I think we took an offer on the new one, so that's why it's a little lower than you would think. But yeah, Croft and Borrow still sells good for us, especially in bigger sizes, especially cargo, especially safari style.
Speaking of cargo, here's a pair of Ralph Lauren. So they're big size, size 54B. That's a factor for sure. The big size Ralph Lauren stuff performs well, but they are the cargo surplus kind of military style pants. This stuff does really well in Ralph Lauren, but you always have to make sure that you check the condition on this stuff because a lot of times they're kind of worn. Obviously, these are new tags. Doesn't apply to this, but still, nice little $60 sale here for us. And that, I think we bought that at a, I want to say Marshall's for like 20 bucks. A lot of times you can find these really big sizes for the cheap because people don't buy them because there's not that many people that are that size.
I found
area dependent though, for sure.
Side story. I found a pair of 8XL shorts the other day.
Oh god.
Horrible brand, but I just bought it because it was $1 and it was an 8XL pair of shorts. It's crazy. It's
Do they
huge.
sell?
They haven't sold yet, but
Oh,
they're just listed, so we'll see. Keep an eye out. We will be talking.
You might
about
see
it.
them on a TV show.
We'll be talking about it when it
I
sells.
finally found my size on eBay.
This is a Canali silk
That's
tie,
kind of me.
new with tags, made in Italy. Sold for
Fancy.
that $57, and it sold very quickly as well. So
I would venture to say this is an older tie as well.
So $87.50 adjusted for inflation is probably
like $150 maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Canali is a really strong brand. We sell their suits. We've sold a bunch of their suits, blazers, stuff like that. All that nice
Menswear, yeah,
dress
suits.
formal wear, stuff like that. Hugo Boss. Now this is a newer label, Hugo Boss. You can kind of just tell by looking at these Hugo Boss labels if it's newer or older. The older stuff is, in my opinion, terrible. Takes forever to sell, not very good. The newer stuff, it's pretty decent. Could be better, but we'll pick it up if we don't have to pay a lot of money for it. We paid like $8 for this. It sold pretty quickly within a month for $47.50. And the Boss by Hugo Boss doesn't necessarily mean that it's newer. You just kind of gotta look at the label.
Super Dry. I think it's a Japanese. Is it a Japanese brand or is it Chinese?
I think it's Japanese.
I think it's Japanese too. So their stuff, it runs really small. So try to put that in your descriptions if you do buy it. But it sells relatively well.
Not for a lot though.
Not for a ton. This one did sell for that $28.50, and it
Fast.
actually, yeah, it was $28.50, and it sold very quickly as well. We sold quite a few. We do get some complaints after they get them because they're like it doesn't fit, but we try to be very specific in the description saying that they are smaller size.
And the t-shirts and stuff seem to shrink a lot for this company. So if it's a t-shirt,
when you buy it.
If it's a t-shirt, I mean, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to want to buy it because it shrunk so much to where the buyer's going to complain, and it's just not worth it. Jackets seem to hold up a little bit better, though. Next is a pair of women's capris. These are Athletas. And this is a good example of how new something is can affect the value and affect how quickly it sells. Obviously, this was new with tags, but that's not necessarily why it sold so quickly. It sold quickly because it's a newer style. It's the Salutation Stash Capri.
Where'd you get that from?
I was getting ready to get to it. Let me get to it. On Athleta, the newer stuff has the style name on it. So it either has it actually on the actual label right here. I said actually twice, but actually on the label right here, or it'll have it over here in the what's it called, material tag. So it'll have it in the material tag or on the actual label, and it'll tell you the exact style. And normally those will sell a lot better and a lot faster. And they're really easy to look up. So
$40 if you didn't say.
$40 sale.
This one sold for about $40. It was a vintage new with tag pair of Levi's. They are not the really old new with vintage Levi's.
No.
So they're not going to go for as much.
No.
What year?
2006.
Yeah, so it's 19 years. That's still old, man. 19
No, is
years old.
it 2000? I can't tell if that's a 6.
It's a 6. It's either a 6 or an 8. Anyway, it's like right on the verge of being vintage, so we put it there anyway. And sold for, like I said, I believe around $40. Did I say 40? I think I said 40.
I think it was 40. Yeah. It might have been. There might have been that full price though. I don't know. We kind of got to guess on these prices because we pull them up, but our guesses are normally pretty good. Next is a bundle. So this is an example of how bundling items together can be beneficial. These shorts were both new. One was actually missing the tags and one was new with tags. So we decided to bundle them together and sell them as a lot. Sold for, I think, 40. They might have sold for that $47.50, either 40 or $47.50 at one of those two numbers, but they did sell super quickly at that price. And it's just a pair of Fabletics shorts, which Fabletics is like the poor man's Lululemon, so not a crazy brand. But it does seem to sell pretty well for us, I'd say. And like, maybe in like a lower price range, but it does sell pretty well.
Origin jeans. These sold for, I believe, mid-30s, around $35.
Exactly.
It sells normally around that price for us, and sold very fast, about a month. So, Origin jeans.
The cross boots. These are what? Yeah, these took a long time to sell, but they did sell for, I think, $40. Will we pick these up again? Probably not. They're super bulky, super big. Did not fit into our system. They were so big, but we did make good money on them. So, I mean, I can't be too disappointed in the sale, but would I pick it up again? No.
Sorry. This one sold for $38. I couldn't help it. I was trying to hold it in. New tag, Brooks Brothers, white. Like I think the more I even had some flaws on it on the bottom, but they were like where you would tuck in the shirts. I don't think it was a big deal. Brooks Brothers dress stuff still does better, I believe, than so like the plain whites, the light blues, stuff like that. Seem to do better than the patterns and the because people still wear them for their work clothes and dress clothes and stuff. So
And this is as an example. Say you're at TJ
I think
Maxx.
it's a bigger size too. So.
TJ Maxx or Marshalls, and they have this on clearance, and then you see this little stain or something on it. You can go to a manager at one of those locations and say, hey, can you give me some more money off of this? It has a flaw, and a lot of times they'll give you an even deeper discount. So just a little quick pro tip there. If you see a mark like this, obviously didn't stop it from selling, but it could get you a better price. So keep that in mind when you see stuff like that.
That's not what we did on that one, by the way. That we got that from the thrift store.
I know, I'm just saying as a tip.
I'm just letting them know. I was just saying, like, we get most of our stuff from thrift stores still.
Yeah.
I didn't want to make it seem like, oh, we got a bunch from TJ Maxx, and like most of the stuff is from thrift stores. Because we get that question a lot. Where do you get all your inventory? How do you source so much stuff? It's like most of it is thrift stores. We do get some from some Marshalls and TJ Maxx's, but majority thrift store.
Next is a good example of how a country club can add value to an item. This is a Somerset Hills Country Club. You see this logo right here. That's what the Somerset Hills Country Club logo looks like. Add a little bit of value to this. RLX Polo sold pretty quickly for, I think we took a $35 offer just to keep it moving, but it sold super fast, and a regular RLX Polo is not going to sell that fast. We actually have a list. If you're interested, it's in the description of this video. You can have access to all these country club logos, and it'll help you, obviously, make a little bit of a
whole
profit.
Video, too, if you want to go back and look at it.
Whole video. I'll link the video here so you can see that as well, but definitely be on the lookout for country club logos.
Vineyard Vines. This is the Chappie swim trunks, and they sold very quickly. I mean, maybe a couple week. No, I think it was just a week, couple days. Sorry, I got like a bubble in my throat. Yep, full price, $42.75. New with tags. Vineyard Vines still does well for us for sure.
Next is a pair of Harley men's jeans. These sold for $35, and I think they sold pretty quickly. So relatively quickly, within a month. Harley jeans are kind of hit or miss, but if they're new with tags, we're going to pick them up.
Eat local. Fun fact, this restaurant doesn't exist anymore because not enough people ate local. Another pair of Vineyard Vines. New with tag shorts. These sold for, I think, $30.
And they're the on-the-go,
on-the-go,
stretchy performance kind of stuff. Next is an Express two-piece suit. We're kind of experimenting with all these mall brand suits. Two pieces only really is what we're kind of trying to stick with here. But this sold for, I think, $42, and it sold pretty quickly. We took the offer just because we like to take all offers. If you watch our channel for any amount of time, you know we accept pretty much all reasonable offers. So it's a good style too. Express people normally are a little on the slimmer side, so the slimmer fit stuff does still sell.
Poncho. I've been getting a ton of ads for this brand. I don't really know why.
Their marketing budget.
Oh, they say since when? They say somewhere along the way somebody decided fishing shirts had to be like trash bags. I'm like, okay, and then Poncho.
We're gonna get slapped with a little lawsuit for this.
Anyway, this one sold for like $28, which was surprising because it had a whole bunch of logos on it. I didn't really know what the price of that because of that. They have a bunch of logo. I think on the sleeve here, another one. Those might be fishing things. I have no idea. They might be just other companies. Like I said, no idea. Still sold for $28.
Next is a pair of Madewell men's pants. We do not buy the women's, but we do pick up the men's if they're cheap. These actually took a while to sell. But they did sell for $28.50. They're corduroys as well, another factor that kind of added some value to them.
J. Crew
kind of a weird time to sell corduroys.
Not new, sorry. I meant they have Japanese fabric. That's why we picked these up. J. Crew jeans normally don't perform that well. We might get them if they only cost like a couple bucks. These we'll pick up. We'll pick up at just a normal thrift store price. And I think they were $33.25. That is a full price sale.
All right, next thing that sold was this St. Ignatius football vintage t-shirt. It was single stitch. I don't know what is Saint Ignatius.
It's a high school.
Oh, okay. So it's just a high school single stitch.
I think it's an all boys high school in Ohio where we live.
Oh, okay. So this thing took forever to sell. If you've not watched our channel before, our SKUs are. This is the number that identifies the item in our system. This is the cost average for that trip, and this is when it was listed. So this was listed 10/23. It was recreated on June 27th, 2025. We use Nifty to recreate our listings. They basically take an old listing, pull up a brand new page, copy all the old information over to the new page, and get you all that front-loaded traffic. If you're interested in that, we have a free mini course that kind of shows you how it works, why we use it, and it can run you through all that. We also have a link for 15% off, the biggest amount possible. I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that.
It also does
cross-listing,
delisting, and it has the AI tool that everybody's been talking about lately, where it fills out item specifics and it does titles. So
yeah,
not perfect, I might add. No, I don't think any of these AI things are perfect, but it gets you a good start, and you can correct things as you go.
And we make very little money if you guys decide to use our code and sign up. Honestly, it just saves you more than it makes us, and we really think it would help you guys out. It's the only thing we even ever promote. So we're not trying to sell you. We're just trying to help you out.
Next is Canali, another Canali, as you can see. This one's used. Pair of dress pants,
wool,
sold for viscose and wool. Yeah. Wool.
I wonder what pure wool means.
I don't know, but it's over $33.25.
Next is a pair of Prana women's pants. I think these are new without tags. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, they had the little.
But these sold for, I think, Tony, is this the one you had the weird offer on? Or did they sell for $28.50?
No, $28.50.
Yeah, these sold for $28.50. It took a while to sell. This was also recreated, listed in 2024, and sold, was recreated on July 8th of 2025.
Next, Project Rock by Under Armour. If you didn't know, that's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's collab with Under Armour.
Blood, sweat, respect.
Yep, and I think they sold for like $20, and it sold very quickly. Or was it 24? Something like that.
It was recreated. No, it wasn't. Why did I say that? I'm off.
Idiot.
Sorry, guys. Next is a brand that's kind of coming back. I've seen a lot of these Tommy Hilfiger with the big logos, big lettering on them, seem to sell a lot quicker and for decent money. This sold for $28.50. It was new with tags, but as a general rule of thumb, this Tommy Hilfiger stuff is coming back. So if you have opportunity to buy it, vintage especially with the big logos, I'd pick it up for sure.
Joseph Bank, new with tag. I know this sold for $20. And it's sold
kind of old looking.
Yeah, I mean, relatively quick for Joseph A. Bank. That's new with tags. Didn't have to pay a lot for it, so picked it up.
Next is the Territory Ahead blazer, and I think this sold internationally. I'm assuming there's some type of international market for this.
Known, but I'm known around the microphone.
Okay, there is an international buyer's market. Yeah. There is an international buyer's market for this brand, so keep that in mind when picking this kind of stuff up. If you do sell internationally, you will have a broader customer base.
Silver jeans, these sold for $26, and they sold very quick again. So women's,
they're the Suki Straight.
Suki Straight.
And Silver normally has the style on their clothes as well.
Thanks, Silver.
Next is a brand that I think has actually kind of fallen off a little bit. It's never been like crazy good, but it has, in my opinion, it's been taking a little longer to sell than it used to. It's 7 Diamonds. Now, this stuff has crazy high MSRP, but it never sells anywhere close to MSRP, and it's pretty easy to find. Even like new with tags, it's kind of easy to find. This sold for, I think, $28.50, and it took a while to sell. Yeah, it was listed in September of 2024, and it was recreated on July 11th of 2025. Which is why we sold it, but we did take a low offer because it had sat so long.
Tommy Bahama, 100% silk, adult large, peach color, sold quick for that $27.07. Not too quick, March actually, so it's been a few months.
It was recreated though.
Yeah.
A lot of our sales, I'd say like 40 to 60% of our sales, depending on what month, what week it is, are recreates. Which is why we plug Nifty so much, because it really helps us out. Next is a pair of Nike cargo jogger pants. Now, what sold these so quickly is the cargo pockets. Anything Nike with a cargo pocket, in men's in particular, women's as well, but even more so with men's clothing, it's going to sell really quickly. And if it's a good size, it'll even sell for more money. This was an extra large, sold for, I believe, $28.50 or $28, and it sold pretty much instantly.
LL Bean, slightly fitted, seems to do a little bit better. Christian made sure I said that when he was clicking on it. And it's 100% linen. That also helped it out. $28.50 full price sale. LL Bean is kind of a boxier fit, kind of a bigger fit for most people. So the slightly fitted / slim seems to do a little bit better with the youths of today. This is the weird one.
Next, what?
This is the weird one.
Oh, this is a pair of Uniqlo men's jogger pants. They're cargo as well. Tony said that it says we had a full price sale on this, but Tony said he worked out a deal with a buyer. He ended up paying like
eBay's offers were all jacked up where they wouldn't let people accept it, and then or the guy ran out. I don't know exactly, but he wanted to pay 22, and I said okay, fine. He paid full price, and I refunded him. So.
But this brand actually has performed pretty well for us. It's normally in like the $20 to $25 range, depending on what it is, but it has performed pretty well.
Only newer styles, only trendy stuff,
yeah,
or new tags.
I feel like a lot of their stuff that's out there is.
I mean, they're fast fashion. So
yeah,
they follow trends quickly, but they just kind of wear out fast. Yeah. Under Armour Wounded Warrior Project. This stuff has always done well for us. The Wounded Warrior Project stuff, I mean, with Under Armour. This sold for $33.25, and it sold very quickly. I think I bought this just a week or two ago. So
watch out for fakes. I've seen a couple fakes with the Wounded Warrior Project and with what's the other one they do? In the NFL, Salute to Service. I've seen a couple of similar kind of thing. Salute to Service, Wounded Warrior Project, both kind of military themed. Look out for fakes with that stuff. There are some out there. Next is a vintage Notre Dame Fighting Irish Tommy Hilfiger polo. Now it has this little logo that's embroidered onto it. I don't know what.
I believe that was a player.
Oh, Angelo Bertelli.
Angelo.
I like to say it. Angelo. Is it Angelo?
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if it's a player. It seems like it would be a player, but like an old player, but I don't know.
It says Golf Classic.
Well, that's like it was named after the player.
We're gonna edit this out.
Keep it in.
It sold for like $30, and it sold pretty quickly.
Don't know what that is. Or no,
our videos kind of tail off.
Don't know how to say it. This is a women's cycling shorts. Sometimes those cycling brands have weird names. I think it's because cycling is more popular in European countries, so they have weird names. But this sold for $30, so that's good. It sold for about a month.
Next is a Vuori T-shirt. This is actually, I pulled this up. Everybody knows Vuori is a good brand, but this actually took a while to sell. Priced it a little high to begin with, which is why it took a while to sell. So always make sure you're pricing your items reasonably. Even if it's a brand like Vuori, you could definitely get lost in the algorithm if your pricing is not good. Vintage
Abercrombie swim trunks. They had this big cargo with the big A&F logo, bright colors, that deep blue and the yellow, with the big strings. All very
chunky.
All very old school. That sold for like 20. What was it? 20.
Sorry.
I think it was $23 or something like. Yeah, $23.75. Look at that. Look at that great memory. Christian never pats me on the back.
Next is a Patagonia hat that Tony picked up because he's so smart.
I almost kept
for
it
for $30. It's got this nice big bear logo on it.
Also, fun fact: we had a bear running around our county not too long ago.
Oh, that's right.
Black bear.
We were living in Ohio, and everybody was talking about the bear.
Yeah, there were so many businesses like the bear came by or something.
Called him Lil Smokey.
Yeah.
That's at $30. That sold for $30.
Yeah. Goat USA. This is a brand that's popular also with the youths. Shout out New Girl. Everybody watches New Girl.
Oh.
So smaller sizes in this. We talked about this in other videos, but certain brands are popular with the younger demographic. So a smaller size in those brands aren't necessarily a horrible thing. So Goat USA, a lot of kids wear them, a lot of younger kids wear them. So small sizes seem to still sell. I mean, this one sold pretty quickly, less than a month. So something that will still go even if it's a size small.
Next is a pair of Verst VRST pants, kind of like a lower tier athleisure brand. This sold for $20, and it took a little while to sell, but we originally priced it a little high, which is why it took so long to sell.
Oakley golf pants. Not necessarily golf pants. They're just kind of like that techie stretch material. So we a lot of times will put golf because people wear them to golf. $20 is what we sold these for.
Next, we have a brand that you'll see every day when you're out thrifting.
From
Never
Target.
Never pay up for it. It is not a great brand. I believe this was like a test buy. I don't know what we paid for it, but
Probably $2 to $3.
Sold for $20. A new tag pairs of men all on motion pants, and it sold in less than a month.
Like I said, that's a Target brand if you didn't know. It's like their athletic brand. Charles Tyrwhitt.
And that is how you say it.
Extra slim fit, so there you go for the skinnies. It's a small shirt anyway, 14.5. That goes 14.5 is the neck, and 33 is the arm length.
Yes.
Fun fact. But sold for $21.85. See the white dress shirts, white. If you can find them without stains, they sell pretty well.
And Charles Tyrwhitt does not look good if you look it up on eBay. It looks like there's like a ton on there and hardly any sold. But it's a very expensive brand. Like this shirt's probably like $98, $120 new. So if you can find a brand like that for $5, I mean, you got to pick it up. Next is a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren. They are the Sullivan Slim Straight Jeans. Normally it'll actually say the exact style. Yeah, so it says the exact style on the pocket here. Polo Ralph Lauren jeans are very style specific, so always check the style.
St. John's Bay linen blend. There are a few reasons we bought this. First of all, $54 price tag, not terrible. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
the
pretty
MSRP.
expensive.
Yeah.
New with tags, linen blend.
Good size. Pull on, stretch.
Results in a pickup for us.
Yeah.
Says $10.18 that we paid for it. That was just the cost average, so we must have bought some other expensive stuff that day.
I believe they were like $3.
Yeah, they were probably around $3. And they sold in, I mean, what's that? 4 or 5 months, something like that.
Yep. Kind of a little bit of a test on those two because they look terrible when I looked them up, even like with the linen and the cargo.
Our mall brand test we've been running for a year and a half now.
Yeah. Or at what point is it not a test anymore? Is it just?
It's just canon.
It's canon scripture. Anyway, next is a Reebok size 5XL polo. Reebok, terrible brand. Don't pick it up unless it's a huge size like
Oh,
this.
there are some things that are good.
Reebok polos are not, generally speaking, are not good.
Fair. Yeah.
But the 5XL is why we picked it up. So if you see a 5XL, always pick it up because every single one is sold for us.
Yep. And for
decent money.
around $18 to $22.
Yeah.
That one was $19. Paul Frederick, this one had a small issue, Christian said, when he was clicking on it. Not 100% sure what it was.
I think it was just a general wear and tear. It kind of was a little...
It was 100%
grimy.
silk, sold for $19, and it still sold pretty quick because Paul Frederick's not I mean, it's not like the worst brand in the world. No, I wouldn't pay up for it at all. It's another dress clothes brand, but the higher end material kind of helped that one out.
This is a Guess, just a button-down shirt. It's kind of got a geometric print.
Kind of looks like Versace.
This is black peony print. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming our VA's looked it up. Yeah, it does look kind of like Versace. This brand is actually not like the world's greatest brand, but this print in particular seems to be pretty popular. So that's why I picked it up.
Last one for this conglomerate. Nike Tiger Woods. Yep.
Collection.
It's an older one. Obviously, his new brand, Sunday Red's out. We sold a polo by them for a lot more money than this. This one sold for $18. Snap button. It's actually a cooler one for the Tiger Woods Nikes. They don't sell for as much as they used to, like I said, because he has that new brand. This one only sold for like $18.
A quick tip on the Tiger Woods polos. If you get one that is a mock neck, I actually have one that I wear that I was looking to buy another one, and I saw how expensive
What does mock neck mean?
It's like a half of a turtleneck.
Yeah, it's a polo that doesn't have buttons
the collar,
or anything.
like no
Or
collar, just kind of
collar.
like a little bit of a baby like turtleneck. But those sell for a lot more money. I'm talking like $50+ on those, so even used. So if you find one that is a mock neck, always pick it up. And the sell-through rate was like crazy on it, and I ended up not buying one because I didn't want to pay $50 for a used Tiger Woods
I bought it
polo
for him for his birthday in like 2018.
before we were reselling clothing. Yes.
It's got a lot of snags now. All right, guys, these are the last few we're going to talk about for the week that eBay ghosted us. And it's a Tacoma golf hats. Tacomo's a new brand that came out in the world of golf. They make golf clubs and very little apparel. I mean, I think hats is the main thing that they make. But sold for 19 bucks used. So yeah, if you see, they're like a YouTuber golf channel brand. So if you see a hat, pick it up.
Next
Sold
is
quick.
a pair of Specialized cycling shorts. This brand doesn't go for a ton of money, but their cycling stuff is pretty good.
We sold 3 or 4 in the last week or two.
Yeah,
so.
sells pretty quickly this time of year. So be on the lookout for those. What did I say?
Wonder
Sold
why.
for like 17 to 19 bucks, something like that.
Yeah. Last Carrots Equestrian. This sold for right around that 23 bucks. And equestrian just means like horse riding, stuff like that. So if you didn't know,
The riding pants can go for
riding
really
pants
good
go
money
for
though.
more, but this still sold pretty quick. So I guess people ride horses this time of year. So all right, guys, those are the last 3 things. Sorry, we're gonna talk about for this video. And yeah, pretty much those are the things that sold in the week that eBay ghosted us. And hopefully we pick back up in sales even more. I mean, we still didn't have a bad week. I wouldn't say it was the worst week in the world. I know some people would be like, I would love to have that many sales, but it's a little bit down for us. So we just hit 11,000 subscribers. 11,000, we're up to like 11,100 something.
Yep.
So thank you guys so much for that. Community is great. We love you guys. We don't have a lot of real life friends that we see every day because we work for ourselves, but so you guys are kind of like our friends and family. So it's really fun to see it growing, and we appreciate everybody subscribing for sure. So also, like you said, check out Nifty if you want to. Code Resale Bros, 15% off. And anything else? What else do we do?
That's all we got, man.
Oh, that's it. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you in the next one.